Big game in the Championship as far as the playoff places are concerned, as Middlesbrough take on Millwall 5:30 on Saturday. Of course, Michael Gray alongside knows all about getting out of that division. Millwall just seems to have dropped off at the wrong time. While Middlesbrough, they're putting those results together, very, very Tony Pulis-like.
Yeah, exactly. I think Tony's brought a lot of organisation to them, and they're very hard to beat now. They're starting to beat sides who were above them the last couple of times they've played. So they've got that resilience about them now, and I think if they win this game, that establishes them in the playoffs. So it's an important one for them. But then Millwall have just slipped out. That second half performance against Fulham, Neil Harris has done an incredible job. Wherever they finish, if they finish outside the playoffs, it's a remarkable job for them. And they've got to try and get back to winning ways. I've seen them quite a few times. They're very hard to break down. Playing away from home, they play with a little bit more freedom. But I think going up to Middlesbrough is a tough one for them.
We could probably say this about a lot of the teams in the playoffs, but a team like Middlesbrough, with the manager they've got, if they get, well, obviously they should stay in the playoffs, they're one of those teams that you can really see using that nous, using that experience to get themselves up. Yeah,
I think last time they were in the playoffs, they played against Norwich, and everybody said the same thing, and they got an absolute thumping. So, it's on a one-off occasion if they do get that far and go to Wembley. But I think with Tony in charge, you're right. That experience, I think the players that he's got at his disposal, you can't write them off. There's going to be some tough sides in those playoff positions if they finish in them. But with the side that they've got and Tony in charge, who could write off Middlesbrough?
As far as this game, though.
Well, I go for Middlesbrough. I think the home form, it's no doubt they've certainly got the players. They went out in the summer and they bought big, and they don't want to disappoint. I think with the guys that they've got, it's going to be a tough one. Millwall, as I mentioned before, they're a very decent outfit. They come out the traps really quick, look to get an early goal in the first 15 minutes. If that doesn't happen, I'm going to go for Middlesbrough. I think they've got a little bit too much for Millwall.
Home win in the tea time kickoff then in the Championship. It's Middlesbrough versus Millwall.